Greetings, friends. Steven here, and welcome to my Cheerbound Toys 21st Ultimate Hobby and Toy Fair recap and pickups video. So this was this weekend. Our local toy fair was back in town, April 20th and 29th. Good time as always. Now, as you can see right here, normally these have only been a one-day affair, but this was the first time they actually did it for both Saturday and Sunday, which was pretty darn neat. So what I figured I would do is I have some random footage that I took of the show, and I figured I would put that in this video first, and depending on how much time is left, we will then go right into the pickups. So it might be a one-part video, it might be two parts, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, let's get rolling. So please enjoy this random footage from the toy show, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, so there you go. You saw there was probably a lot of Transformers footage, as you may have noticed. That's arguably my favorite toy line to collect for. The booth where with a lot of the new and third-party bots would have been ages 3 and up, which is a store located right by Vancouver. But it's cool because they show up here, and you can get some pretty good deals there. Unfortunately, I didn't actually have that much money because our local retail actually got in a lot of the Wave 2 Transformers that I've been waiting for. So, a lot of the things that I'm about to show were cheap things. So let's get going. You've seen that picture that's singing in the back long enough. So, starting with, what was it, 3 of these things for $5. I believe that's what, Sinner Twin from G1. Very basic little dude. These aren't great in the robot modes, not at all, but just as a fun little thing in its vehicle or animal mode, they're pretty neat. Let's put them over there. Follow that up with the G1 blast off. Once again, he'll probably stay in vehicle mode. I did transform them. There's not much to report on these robot modes, unfortunately. These were also designed with the combination in mind, but they make neat little vehicles and, as I said, animals in the meantime. Next up, we have a GoBot. I believe this is called Dive. He actually was a bit dirty when I got him, but I actually cleaned that off. Some good old goo gone, and now he's good to go. You get the idea here. He's got that die cast, but it gets stuck. So, anyways, here's his head. Boop. But he'll probably be just sticking in there, as is. Still has some stickers. Cool. So that's a little start. That was $5 for the 3 of those. Let's see, he still has a Decepticon sticker there. Cool. He's got a little sticker on his shoulder there, and he's got the rep sign, as they call it. Cool. Alright. So then from there, we went to a couple more small GoBots. These two I got for $5 each. Here's a little bulldozer dude. Couldn't be an easier transformation. You just flip those down and, and off you go. Yeah. Yeah. Now he's ready to kick some ass. Keeps bending over. That guy over there. And here, this one is actually one of the favorite things that I've picked up. I've got the Super GoBot version, but I didn't have this smaller size until now. It's arguably the most iconic of GoBots. It is Cycle. I mean, you can pretty much see. It's not much of a transformation there. Now, when I saw this guy on the shelf, I was actually worried because his tires, you can see it easily comes off. And I was like, oh no, where's his tire? Well, he did find it. It was on the display there, but you can see it comes off pretty easily. He's a neat little dude. Look at that. Boom. No instruction video required for that. Die cast there. Sure, this comes off too. But anyways, we'll leave it in there for now. Neat. One of my favorite finds. That was just $5, which is pretty good. Put that there. So as you can see, I really didn't spend a whole lot of money at all. Next up for a whole $3 was Vertigo from Primal Rage, the classic fighting arcade game. I've got a couple other Primal Rage toys, so it was good to add this to that collection. Unfortunately, you can see one of her teeth there looks like it's actually busted off. But otherwise, she's like a poisonous snake dinosaur thing. Pretty cool. A lot of big colors there. Put that right there. Cool. Ooh, okay. Now we get into some of the real stuff. Oh yeah, and this too. For a mere $5, it's a wind charger. Now I've actually got the more recent pair of the Prime's wind charger. So they're there together. But while this one's, his head was just, ugh. This one, his head actually has a bit more detail to it. So this one's arguably better because of that. Cool little dude. You hear like the flimsy plastic versus like these shiny metal die-cast toys that they had back in the day. Go figure. And Wind Charger did have his little manual as well, which is pretty neat. So that guy was his, as I mentioned, was $5. I'll put the other flimsy Wind Charger away. Okay, so those are the small fry for day one. Now we got some baggies to go through. First baggie is a G2 Autobot Sideswipe. Now, grand total for all the baggies will be $60. So that's pretty neat. He's got those early 90s neon colors going on. Apologies if the video's coming in a bit orange. Normally I like to do the natural lighting if possible, but it's kind of cloudy and rainy today, so I'm running on 3 different lights right now, so hopefully the footage comes out okay. But yeah, still got some sticker detail there. I believe those are rubber tires, I think. It's hard to tell, but he rolls really well. Cool looking car. Put that right there. Unfortunately, this one didn't come with his basic gun, but he does come with his additional missile shooting blaster gun there. and 2 missiles. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. 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 Cool. Still works. So that's a neat little car right there. Follow that up with another baggy bot. This time it's a G2 Jazz. And he's more or less in pretty good shape. Might be tricky to see, but some of the white paint is a bit discolored at this point. But still, I mean, he's in pretty good shape. That racing style Porsche. That door open? Sort of. I don't know the transformation for these things yet, so I'm not gonna go nuts on it. But there's still still got that die cast in him. Still has a good weight. So those are pretty neat. Obviously not in mint condition, but I mean, they're just fun to fill around with. Still has that shiny plasticky gun, and this one has his missile shooting blaster as well. Make sure those are still in frame. Cool. Get my baggies out of the way. What else we got? Oh. Okay, well this one's kind of a heartbreak because pretty much as soon as I got it home, he had a bit of an accident. But this is, what is it? Dreadwind, one of those G2 again. But unfortunately, as you can see here, one of his legs doesn't look quite right because actually, this leg, they told me, to be fair, they told me when I bought it that the leg was really weak. But, I mean, really weak, like it peeled off. Like a, like hot mozzarella. Like a cheese string. So what I did is actually, normally you would have this, this dive bomber with this crazy big gun turret. It shoots a bunch of missiles, I'll bring it in a second. But as you can see, this part is still attached. This part is not attached. So it would have been like that, but then happened real easily. He's got a really cool light piping too. I believe this was the first gen where they actually did the light piping. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but take my word for it. I really dig the colors, and I know this mold more as BB from the Japanese Beast Wars. So, just turn this around and bam! Makeshift peg leg. Pretty cool. These. And well, there you go. Still have the leg. And I've got his little sidekick buddy as well, who so far is in good shape. Nothing's fallen off. He's got his little guns on the side here that shoot missiles. Haven't tried transforming them yet, so hopefully nothing else falls off on that. But pretty neat. And along with that baggie was pretty much, hopefully, all the missiles. That's a lot of missiles because he's a dive bomber. It's like B-52. So as you can see on the side here, he's got like all these missile ports. So you get the idea. It's very, very brief transformation, but yeah. I don't want to get too into it right now because, like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that there no more parts will fall off. But otherwise, pretty cool figure. Really like the colors. Unfortunate about the leg, but what can you do? So that was, I believe. Nope. Oh, we got one more. This is the biggest one yet. Let's just try and not bump into everything. This leg there. So this is the last pickup of day one of our local toy show. This is a big figure. I'm happy to have this. Look at this. Ooh-wee. This is Beast Wars Depth Charge. Obviously he's a trans metal manta ray, and he's big. That's a big toy. Look at the tail. Look at that. Yikes. And he shoots these little like discs. You pull this thing here, I think. Bam, 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 bam. He's got tons of them. He's got all the discs in there. Pretty big. Very cool. And of course he did come with his gun and 2 little missiles there. So, pow, nice. And they also threw in his arch nemesis Rampage's gun, because I guess I just had an extra one. So that's cool. I do have an extra Rampage toy, so maybe that one didn't have this gun, so I can give that to him. Reunited, and it feels so good. Alright, So that glare. Okay, so that is pretty much day one of the toy show. That was about $83 or so spent on day one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video real quick and I'm going to clean this up a bit and then we'll check out day two. So as I said at the start of the video, I don't know if this will be a one episode or if it'll be a two-parter. So maybe this will be the end of the video, maybe not. We'll see. But everyone, thanks for watching if this is part one. And if not, I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we're back. So either this is the start of part two or this is just a continuation of the video you're already watching. So either way, this is pretty much everything I picked up on day one of our local toy show. I've kind of squished it all into frame a bit more because we got a few more things to show. So as I mentioned, this was about $83 as my records show. And next for today, day two of the toy show, I only spent about $27, which is pretty decent because I've actually got a lot of stuff here to still show off. So my first purchase of the second day of the toy show was this dude, another G1. I believe this is another one of the 6 changers. Is that quick shot, great shot, quick change, quick, great shot, something or other? It's like the son of 6 shot or something. Anyways, there's his head. I remember this guy was in the one of those Titans Return box sets recently. So here he is again. In pretty good shape, all things considered. This was only $5. Unfortunately, he's missing his 2 wing gun things, which is kind of important for some of his modes. But otherwise, I mean, he's in pretty good shape. I think it goes something like that. This is more or less his boat mode. So that was pretty neat. I always happy to add these random G1 guys into the collection. They are certainly by no means mint and sealed box or anything like that. But, you know, $5, I mean, hey, let's roll. Next up, what does that say on my list? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so once again, the next day I went back to those guys with the Ziploc bags. And they're arguably my favorite sellers of this toy show, because as you'll see, I bought the most from them. I would have liked to have picked up at least one really nice thing from ages 3 and up, but, you know. They had the, what is it, Generation Toy third-party Optimus Primal. If you saw part 1 or early in this video, I probably would have panned the camera by it really quick, but that was a really neat third-party Optimus Primal from Beast Wars, and I really do want that, but that's like $150. And pretty much all of the Wave 2 Power of the Prime Deluxes came to about $140. So I mean, one big figure versus a bunch of small figures. Anyways, for what did I say? Okay, so everything I'm about to show is more or less $20 in total. So we've got Transformers Prime. What is that? Knockout, knockdown, break, shot, knock. Anyways, one of the fan favorites of the series is he was like the Decepticon medic or something like that. And cool dude, fun show. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Where can we put this? Yeah, so he normally would have come with it's like a spear or something, but this does not have it. But otherwise, it should be all in one piece. What does that baggie say on there? $5. Neat. Next up, a figure I've got a pretty good collection of this stuff now, so I'm kind of winding down a lot of these older figures, so there's not a whole lot left, but I didn't have this guy. I had this really weird Hammerhead Eagle Falcon Fusor from, I guess, Season 2 of Beast Wars. This guy was not in the show, but the toy still exists nonetheless. He's got one of his little arms, not his tail, whatever, fell off, so I guess that goes there. Yeah. That's the great thing about ball joints. You just snap them back on. So hopefully he's all there. As I mentioned, I picked these up earlier today, so I haven't really had a good chance to look them over. But yeah. Oh, certainly a breathtaking design. Hammerhead shark with a falcon or a bird of prey of some sort. So, what can you do? That was another $5, I believe. Speaking of questionable Beast Wars designs, check this guy out. I'm almost afraid to take them out of the package, but I believe this is Tripredicus. They sort of showed up in the cartoon, but not really, and they certainly weren't fused together like this guy. But this is 3 bots in one, all stuck together. Like that. Arrgh, so angry and evil. So he's like a beetle, cicada, and like a lobster or something like that. And there's a few bits still in the baggie here, so some parts fell off, but hopefully he's all more or less all there. Remember, I got all these baggies in this that I'm about to show for $20 total, so pretty decent. Like a lot of places would sell this guy alone for maybe like $30, and I certainly wouldn't have bought him for that price, but for what we got, I mean, he's a pretty intense creature, for sure. So we'll leave him next to depth charge, and yeah, parts. More parts. Got a beetle head there. Neat. Next up, so that's the evil version of the combiner they did. But looky here, it's the good version. Which I believe it's called Magna Boss or something like that. So apparently, one of his side skirts part, yeah, this part right here is actually busted. So that sucks. But otherwise, once again, I mentioned the price. I think all in all, it's pretty decent deal. See, the problem with buying these used figures is that you really can't be too picky. Like if you just want to fill around with the toys and just have fun, like this is when the toy shows are really good time. So he's, oh, what a spectacle. I don't even know where to put him. I'll put him over here so he doesn't start a fight with the other guy. Yeah. He's got half an elephant head. He's got I've actually got this line guy already. So he's got, you know, bits and pieces. Once again, still need to look these things up proper, make sure, see what's missing, what isn't. Where are we at here? Oh god. Alright. Okay, so the neat thing about these dudes, who shall be called the baggy dudes, is that they also had a bin of just free stuff. And I didn't even notice that the first day, but the second day I did, because they were just giving the free stuff away. And like, oh cool, I want free stuff. So the bunch of this next stuff I'll be showing is free, including this dude. And I believe that's an Exo Squad villain. So it's a little G.I. Joe alien man in there. And he's in this like mech suit. Kind of like a power loader from Aliens, the movie. So that's pretty neat. That was free. What else we got here? Oh, with one of the combiner guys, they actually threw this in, which is really nice of them. This is pieces of Transmetal 2 Megatron. This I didn't need, but I mentioned this, that I have this guy already, but he's missing some of these scales. So this has almost all the scales, except as you can see right here, he's actually missing one of the scales. So I'm still one scale away from a completely scaled Transmetal 2 red Megatron dragon head. So we're almost there. So, and there's his head, which is also his tail. It's kind of weird. There's a missile would go in there. So that's a fun little bonus. Next up, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what this is. We were talking about it on Twitter, but this is like, it's like a G1 Minicon would sit somewhere in here. And once again, this is free. They just threw this in because it was there. He's missing a bunch of parts. Here's a part for it here. This would clip on to there. So it's like a little play set for a single small transformer. So as you can see, he's not missing the wing. It's actually right here, but it's snapped off. So in a way, this might be considered junk. I'll fill around with it, and then I'll either resell it or give it away or whatever. It's got one of the guns there. Of course, eBay, I mean, those people, they'll sell like this gun alone for $50. So who knows? Maybe I can make some money off of this thing. But yeah, it's just a ton of weird compartments on this. Like this opens up and like all this, like what is happening? I don't even know. I know there's YouTube videos on this. I'm definitely going to try and figure out what's going on with this thing once I'm done with all this tonight. But yeah, that's a neat thing, I guess. There's a ramp that goes with it as well, I believe. That's free. Next up, a couple free Mac machines. That's cool. I was like, yeah, I want those. I like Mac machines. Fast talking guy. Remember that guy? He loved Mac machines. And got a Peter Venkman Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters line. He's got one of his ghosts. All the ghosts were like translucent that came with the figures. And this guy, you need to pull down or something and you pull up. He's all like, oh, what do I do? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you pull this and look at his head. Whoa! Ghost! Focus! Ghosts! Focus, what are you doing? Come on. There you go. Oh, that's dumb. But that was free. And it came with this ghost thing. It's got that old like stickiness to it that a lot of these toys do. That's kind of gross. And finally, that's the free guy. It's just a basic Donatello in disguise. No accessories, no funny mask disguise or anything. It's just Donatello. And finally, last thing I bought on day 2 for a whole $2. What's this? Cowboys of Moo Mesa figure. Remember that show? I barely do. But I thought the toy was neat. And it's like, pew. It's like, yeah, $2? Sure, why not? So, there you go. Oh, lordy. Oh, there's my money shot right there. So there's a whole bunch of toy show swag. Oh, boy. So the highlights for me are Depth Charge, who's in really great shape, and the non-Super GoBot. I have the Super GoBot version, so I might even do a review on them at some point, but having Cycle is great. And I always love adding more of these small GoBots to the collection. And Knockout, break, knockdown, whatever. And great quick shot blast guy. Great colors. And yeah. Oh. So once again, I made a mess on the couch, which means our video must be over. So, here's one more thing. I didn't buy this. This is my segment for things I didn't buy but thought about. Here's really quick. Here's Mario and Luigi, the movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Mario and Luigi toys. So check this out. There they are. They were like in a bin for $5 each, and I was going to ask the guy if he would sell me them both for $5, but I'm like, nah, I don't want them. I just, okay, back to me now. There we go. And I was like, yeah, just, whatever. No, this was more than enough stuff. Way more, and like a lot of this stuff I probably shouldn't have even purchased, to be quite honest with you. But anyways, it is what it is, and hey, another toy show in the bag. So thanks to our local shop, Cherry Bomb Toys, for another successful toy show. Always a fun time. Looking forward to the next one. Next local convention will probably be the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo. And I do have a fair bit of vacation pay. I might call some of that out for that if I do decide to go. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll have some footage of that if I go. Might even get a press pass, so wish us luck on that. But otherwise, yeah, cool. More stuff to find spots for. So otherwise, stay tuned. I do have another Gamer Hall scheduled ASAP. I've got stuff for it already. As I mentioned, like right here, just off camera, I've got... I got all of the Wave 2 of Power of the Primes, all of those deluxe class. So there's was that Snarl? I think that's Snarl. So we'll take a look at those and all of that. But until then, everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, hey, one more thing. I just remembered this guy. I got him as well. It's like Fall of Cybertron or Fight for Cybertron, whatever. It's Shockwave. He's cool. He turns into like a space gun ship. He's kind of thin, but he's neat. Okay, that's it. Bye for real this time. Bye, everybody.